HCI topic I chose is storytelling with AR. Storytelling with AR is categorized as a multimodal HCI system. It involves multiple modes and methods of input and output, and it is multisensory, which means it connects more than one cognition, such as visual, auditory, haptic, olfactory, and taste. As AR is a relatively new technology, most of the research is centered on the technical side, like hard and software issues. Craig, in his book Understanding Augmented Reality Concepts and Applications, states that the development of augmented reality should consider not only the technology involved, but also how it can create an engaging experience. He considers AR as a medium that serves a variety of social purposes rather than only a technological innovation. In the digital age, computers allow information to be stored, manipulated, modified, and presented digitally. As technologies evolve, there have become more virtual elements. The idea of augmentation is to create humans' own elements on top of the real world. A crucial feature of augmented reality, which also differentiated from virtual reality, is to take the physical perspective into account and integrate the virtual element into the real world. The application of AR relies on either absolute or relative spatial registration with the physical world. Absolute spatial registration means a registration with a physical location, whereas relative spatial registration is usually a registration with an object. Either way, there needs to be a physical medium to perform the application. AR uses multiple senses. It is by nature interactive, which improves the level of appeal to the users. Since AR allows humans to interact with digital data in a similar way as interacting with objects in everyday life, it has the potential to extend the power of humans. The current storytelling experience has problems that makes it less enjoyable. The first problem is exclusion. Before the utility of AR, people with disabilities are often excluded or disadvantaged when perceiving information. The method or medium of storytelling is either visual or sound, which makes it almost impossible for deaf and blind people to relate. The second problem is cognitive overhead. There are many new technologies that have a lot of cool features, yet they lose the simplicity to use. This problem is especially important for young kids and elderly people. The third problem is the lack of engagement and mutual understanding. Sometimes plain images, text, and sound are not appealing and informative enough for people to understand and make connections. The implementation of AR technology in storytelling is beneficial. Firstly, as AR puts virtual elements in physical environments, the experience is natural and simple. Secondly, the multisensory nature of AR enables it to accommodate a more diverse group of users. It gives users the flexibility to perceive and interact with AR in their own way. Moreover, by integrating a variety of input and output devices, the different modalities complement each other. Lastly, AR expands the storytelling canvas to the complexity of any given room, location, or environment, and it advances the expression potential of physical objects and makes them virtually alive. The advantages of AR in storytelling are also revealed when comparing AR with other storytelling methods. For example, VR creates a virtual environment that is entirely separate from the real world. But AR gives the user a sense of presence in both the virtual and physical world. If comparing AR to non-digital methods are often single modality. They do not provide feedback, but AR is interactive. which makes the experience more entertaining. The application of storytelling with AR can be in physical books or journals. Some possible ways of presenting AR can be through 3D models of characters and scenes, or animated stories, or a combination of both. Another application can be in pictures and films. For example, adding a virtually live layer onto a static image. Storytelling with AR can also be used in public spaces. This application has become particularly popular. Here, AR is often used in multimedia artworks or creating virtual experiences for exhibitions and museums. The first case study is the application in Public Gardens project. This application is to create a personalized interaction and immersion in the natural heritage space. The project was originally based on Erasmus, but later the researchers created their own AR platform, iSpace. The project uses GPS for outdoor sensing and infrared or WPS for indoor. The intervention was based on the concept of digital media art and anthropography, which allows them to reflect on the artifact and concept in the genesis. The AR also has a 3D garden view, some videos, websites of activity, and poetry websites about nature. The second case study is the interactive augmented reality storytelling guided by Scene Semantic project. The project has 4 real-world scenes: an apartment, an office, a teaching building, and a makerspace. The researchers designed a hierarchical story sampling approach so that every story is set on one of the 4 scenes and consists of 8 events. Then the model extracts a sequence of events from the story and automatically completes the details and renders in AR. The project dynamically assembles and animates stories based on the player's interaction with the scene and virtual characters. The project is player-centric, which means the virtual content such as characters and stories is determined by the player's actions. While AR is a powerful storytelling method, it has limitations. Firstly, the technological demands for AR are much higher than other media, for example VR, which is why the field of AR took longer to mature than that of VR. Social acceptance can be another limitation. For example, privacy concerns, as using AR usually requires access to a camera, microphone, speaker, and etc. Although in many cases the user only uses a mobile device to access AR, more advanced and professional AR devices can be expensive. When the user uses a mobile device for AR, the screen size limits the performance of data, and there can only be one-hand interactions, as the other hand would be occupied by the device. In conclusion, the technology behind AR is continuously progressing and improving its affordability, usability, and realism. The application of AR in storytelling brings new opportunities and perspectives because of its diverse nature. In the Internet age, the main source of information has shifted from traditional media such as books and newspapers to digital media like social platforms. Therefore, the implementation of AR in storytelling can be seen as an adaptation to the modern environment.